let us see the next throws advice, guys. And already we covered, like in the previous example, before advice and after advice and the around advice. So next is throws advice, and let us see this. So in throws advice, what we have to do, that let us say if some exceptions occur, so this advice will get throws here. Okay, so we'll create one blank project now, and I'll say Spring AOP using a throws advice. Okay, so the project name is this. Again same, just right click and add Spring capabilities and select the core and AOP libraries from that dialog box, and just say finish. Once you say finish, this library will be get added here, right? Now we'll create a package here, com isaac and com.isaac dot aspect. Okay, so earlier already we are having this two file in the com example, and we can create manager one also, right? And now next is what here, we are getting some advice. So method advice 1, 2, 3. So we are having 3 advice already that we can use here, the in the previous which we have created. So look at the code for all these files now. So first is my hello interface, right? This hello interface is having say hello. This is getting implemented here, right? And since we are implementing this interface now, and we are writing something here, the message will display once we are saying a string s2 equal to null and s2 dot length. So s2 is having null, how we can find the length? So here there's a case of exception, right? So exception will generate it, and that exception is what? It is a null point exception. That object is null and you are trying to access a method from the s2, and then you are saying return. That's fine, but there's a problem at this place. Now how we can handle this kind of situations if we have in the methods? So let us say we are already having that 3 advice, advice 1, 2, 3. Now we are having the throws advice, that is the fourth one. So that also will add in the previous one. Okay, we can see the previous example for adding all these advice 1, 2, 3. So I'm trying to all combine this advice in the application. Here you can see the method what we are having after throwing, right? So we are implementing throws advice here, which is in the AOP package, and we are saying masses null point exceptions e and saying np occurred. Okay, so we are printing this masses here once the exception occur in the invocation of my method, right? So this is my fourth advice. Now let us describe uh, all this advice and bean whatever we have created in the application context.xml file. So we are saying here first obj referring my hello impl, and these are the 4 advices we are having, advice 1, 2, 3, 4, which is referring all these 4 advice, right? Now in turn we are creating aspect 1, aspect 2, aspect 1 referring my advice 1, aspect 2 referring my advice 2. Similarly aspect 3 will refer my, so aspect 3 is referring my advice 3 now, right? And aspect 4 which we have just created, this is referring my advice 4, right? And this is my through advice, right? Previously it was the before, uh, after returning, and this is my what we can say around, and this is my through. So all I am merging and using together. So let us say I have a bin where I am saying advice object, I look for this object only, and there's a proxy interface, we have hello, and this hello is having implementation in hello impl. You can see the previous screen, there's a one obj id, right? Now it is saying interceptor name. What are the interceptor we are having? aspect 1 2 3 4. So this is the 4 3 and the last one, first 2 1 and 2 was there, right, in the previous page. So this is the final description of my application context.xml. Now we are saying bin factory bin equal to new xml bin factory new class path resource, where we are passing application context.xml, right, and we are looking for this object advice obj id, right, get bin. So we are getting hello bin. Now we are saying p dot say hello Tom, we are passing Tom here, so return should happen here, right. So after return I'm just printing here. Now look at here, this method is throwing exception, right. So how it is getting handled, look now. So once you are saying right click and you are saying just uh, run this program, okay. So once you are calling this method, you have set the before advice. So this is my code of before advice, right. So that is getting executed, advice 1. And there's a around advice. So around advice saying a start. Once method is getting started, message has come, I am in say hello, that system order print line, right. And next line we are saying a string s2 equal to null. That's fine, but later we are trying to do s2 dot length. That is what? Exception, null point exception. We cannot. So in this case, the throws advice has been executed, right? Throws advice, right? Now, so NP occurred, null point exception occurred, and you can see this clearly. The null point exception has come here, right? So this is what throws advice. So that's all about the throws advice. And next, that is the last, we have to see all advices, okay.